you see a lot of people protesting, give me liberty or give me death. We got to get back to work, right? But there are also people protesting, don't go back to work. There are also people protesting, hey, stay home. And they're getting out there and doing that. In Florida, some of the beaches are opening up. Now, it's important to note that as they're opening stuff back up, this is happening gradually. The beaches that are opening back up, it's not opening back up for spring break. You're supposed to remain socially distant. And they're only opening up in the morning and in the evening. And they're just seeing, how things go. You do have to sit there. We can't live in a mommy state. At some point, we have to treat adults the way we were told when we were children we were going to be treated when we are adults. People have the information. Stay away from each other. Go to the beach if you want, and don't go near each other. If you go to the beach and you don't go near each other, I know you don't want to wear your mask because you'll get a tan line, but maybe, just be far away from each other. You'll be fine. The beach is outside. It's the people that don't get that they get to the beach and they see it's crowded, and instead of going, oh, I can't stay away from people at this beach, I better turn around. They go, well, I mean, if all these people are here, I guess they're going to be fine, right? And the answer is, of course, they are not going to be fine. No. I think if we can figure out ways where people can go and they can stay apart, we should do that. But people got to stay apart. People have to, just put a mask on and stay apart. Why don't you compromise a little bit? Put a mask on. Don't go near anybody. And then we'll open stuff back up. Okay? What if both sides came together there? Is that so crazy? Well, that's what they're trying to do in Florida anyway. And there was a protester on the beach. By the way, that it's not the story that you thought it was. One way, I think a lot of times, they wanted to go to the beach, I think, so they could see the tons and tons of people at the beach so that people would get mad. That's what you want. But when the back of your shot is like a few people at the beach, and then you could clearly see the other newscasters and stuff like that, you're going, maybe this isn't that big of a deal. But there was a protester at this Florida beach who was protesting people going to the beach, which I think is asinine. I mean, if you're protesting because people shouldn't be leaving their houses and you're not protesting in your house, well, you're part of the problem, no? I don't know. How can you be at a beach protesting that people shouldn't be at a beach? You're at the beach to protest. Are you only allowed to go to the beach if you're protesting? Well, this guy had it all figured out. Take a look at my hero.
Good morning, Chris. I'm at Miramar Beach Access 49 here in Walton County, and today is a pretty big day. The beaches are fully reopened for the first time in more than a month. And while some residents are happy, some are not. And one of those people is Walton County resident and Florida lawyer Daniel Ohlfelder. Today, he's going to be protesting the beaches being open, all while dressed as the Grim Reaper. And I'm actually joined by him now. I'm going to step out of the frame and hand him the mic so he can explain why he's here and why he is dressed the way that he is. Daniel?
Thank you.
I saw his leather OJ gloves.
I'm here today to try to...
It's got his real name. It says he's an attorney. First of all, any real broadcaster knows you never hand off your microphone. You never, under any circumstance, ever hand a person a microphone. If you are the host, you hold on to your mic at all times. It's one of the first things I learned as a young last professional broadcaster. You never hand off a mic. I learned that on Opie and Anthony. You know I handed a mic to? Homeless Tippy Tom. And Homeless Tippy Tom was great behind a mic. But I never forget, during the commercial break, Opie was like, hey, buddy, you're doing great, but you can't just give a homeless guy a microphone. We got to control the show a little bit. And I was like, Opie, that's a great point. You're 100% right. And I never forgot that lesson. And I never handed anybody a microphone ever again. You point it in their face. You never just give it to them, because now you've lost control of your program. But I guess with social distancing, and I guess with Corona, if you want to interview the Grim Reaper, you got to stay 6 feet away from him and just give him the microphone. Although if you're taking those levels of precautions, maybe you shouldn't have beaches open. And it seems like this guy's all covered up. It seems like if anybody is all covered up. It's the Grim Reaper, right? You can't see his face, can't see his hands. So, the other thing that struck me as I'm watching this was, what if this is your lawyer? He's an attorney, and that's his name. Like, let's say you got a case coming up, right? And your lawyer's like, can we meet today? Hey, Esquire. Hey, Daniel Ulfelder. Dr. Ulfelder. Can we meet today to talk about my case? Actually, Monday is better for me. Today, I will be at the beach in a Grim Reaper costume telling people to go home. Oh, okay. Great. You're wearing leather gloves to that beach? Oh, okay. Okay. Here's the Grim Reaper lawyer at this Florida beach. By the way, I watched a movie last night where the devil was a lawyer. So now seeing the Grim Reaper as a lawyer, it's freaking me out a little bit.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here today to try to make a point that we need to, I think it's premature that we open our beaches. I'm a huge proponent of public beaches, and I've been fighting for that for years. But I think that
I'm a huge proponent of public beaches. I'm a guy who fights for public beaches. I believe in the rights of all beaches. When he goes up there and he starts doing lawyer talk and he starts speaking seriously, but you can't see his face, he still looks like the Grim Reaper. This is not well thought through. He should have a couple of taglines and do something wacky, act like the Grim Reaper. He can't show up in a Halloween costume and then go, I have some real facts that I'd like you guys to take seriously. Because who's going to take him seriously? Not me. I'm too scared. Yes, thank you very much for giving me the time. I'm dressed in this ridiculous costume because as much as I care about public beaches, I care more about the public. Oh, man, the Grim Reaper just made a great point. Public beaches, the only thing more important than the public beaches is the public. Oh, thanks, Grim Reaper. Is that a sickle? Yes, it is. That's my sickle.
Danger of bringing all the people here to our area and spreading the virus, and I think it's going to prolong the recovery we have, and I think that we should take better measures, and it's drawing people from all over the world to our beautiful beaches. It's too soon.
I mean,
it's not.
Whoa. Isn't that giving Florida a little too much credit? We're drawing people from all over the world to our beaches. Yeah, I heard there's this beach in Florida that even though it's Corona, you could go to it and the Grim Reaper walks around. Oh, really? People from all over the world going to Florida beaches? 1, 2, 3. That's one of those things that's why I said people need to just wait and see what happens. As much as you want to be, take preventative measures, as much as you want to go, hey, whoa. I know what's going to happen here, and we don't want to see this result. When he says people from all over the world are coming to our beaches, that's not true. Nobody's traveling to Florida right now for beaches. Nobody's turning on the news and going, oh, there's a beach in Florida? Let me get on a plane and get Corona so I can go to this beach. I just want to go to a beach so bad. Nobody wants to go to a beach that badly. If they're in the neighborhood and their neighborhood beach is open, they'll go to the beach. Hopefully stay 6 feet away from somebody else. But I think in his head, he goes, here's why it's a bad idea to open the beaches back up. People will want to travel here. And it's like, okay, if that's your theory, that's fine. But then to go to the beach that's open and announce that your theory is what's happening, that's where it's like, no, it's not. That's not happening, sir. Mister, that's not. People aren't traveling for the beaches. Yes, they are, because I thought they were. So they are. Let's go back to the Reaper.
All over the world to our beautiful beaches. It's too soon, and it's not appropriate.
It's not appropriate.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, Daniel is going to be beginning his protest right now, and he's going to be at a bunch of other Walton County beaches throughout the day. We're going to have his full story and how people are reacting later tonight on News 13.
You see, it's like he doesn't know if he should keep standing behind her. Look at him just twitching the whole time, checking his hood. You can kind of see right there in the light. You can see his face a little bit under there, but he's wearing that big black face mask. I like that he committed all the way to wearing a black face mask under the mask. Under the hood. So that it kind of blended in and everything. Nobody's even looking at him. Just nobody's alarmed. You'd think after all those years of law school, you'd know enough. And then sitting through all courtrooms and everything, you'd know enough to be like, people are going to look at me like I'm Looney Tunes if I do this. This is a crazy thing to do. I just think it's inappropriate and it's too soon. What are you basing that on? That's how I feel. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's your legal. A lawyer, the best he could do is go, oh, I think it's inappropriate. So you dressed up as the Grim Reaper? Yes, I did. Yes, I did dress as the Grim Reaper. I'm starting to wish that I hadn't. Number one, I'm embarrassed. Number two, I'm very hot. And at first, I thought I was just heating up because I was so embarrassed. But the reality is, this is a very hot outfit. And I'm wearing leather gloves on a Florida beach. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love the Grim Reaper talking seriously. You expect him to be in character when he picks up the mic. And he just picks it up and he's like, here's what's going on. And I think we need to talk about this. Okay. Thank you, Grim Reaper.